be watching this. This is mainly for a couple of buddies of mine that are working on this tank because they're trying to progress to the leopard. So this morning I played a game before going to work and it turned out to be an excellent game. So the main point of this video is to show and stress how you can use this medium tank to be a more supporting role instead of rushing to the front lines and playing super aggressively, because that's what my friends tend to do. So we're going to go ahead and watch this replay, and I'm going to be pausing it here and there. I've never done a replay, so we'll see how this goes. It looks like I can pause it with spacebar, and if I left click, it zooms in on the tank. So let's click one more time. I can zoom in and zoom out. So at this very first part of the game, sometimes when I'm top tier and I'm one of the few mediums, I like looking to see where my team's going. We're gonna see a random platoon invite. I don't really care about those, and they used to be in the day. They benefited you by giving you the XP. So if you look, we're seeing pretty much all of our heavies go left. We're seeing our light and TD go right. We have one Churchill going with them. So at this point, I was thinking about committing to the east, but then I saw this P43 go there. And you're thinking, this is a lot of time. This is like 45 seconds of me just sitting here. I was kind of waiting to see what our light tank did, but I'm starting to think that they're AFK. The Rudy at least moved his turret. So you see, I'm just like, but then the Rudy commits there. And once the Rudy commits there, I'm just like, you know what? I could drive this way, but I think it's better to go the other direction. And the reason behind that is because I'm looking, they don't have a lot of vision over on the left side. So by me committing to the left side, we're going to give our team more vision. Our light tank's still camping back here. So, this is a fairly slow moving game because we're 90 seconds in and I'm not even in a position to support my team yet. But it's okay. As you can tell, the heavies aren't actually in position on the hill. I was going to go and do the typical spot, which is, like F0 area. So I wish I knew how to move my tank or my camera. So I'm going to hop up into this position because I don't think I can make it up to where the Cavalier is. And I'm just going to support. As you can see, getting a couple shots here. And full disclosure on this tank, I moved my Panther 2 crew down to this tank, so it's not a full 100% crew. I think because when you move them, they're about 80%. And I have 0 modules on this tank because I didn't need much. I just moved them down to play with my friends. So this is no guns, no gun reloader or anything like that. This is just plain shooting. So if you look at the top left, it's also a 25% chance of winning. So that's another reason I'm playing more passive than maybe I would normally play. So I track the Chin Yu over here, and he is a yellow player for their team, so I'm just hoping that we get rid of him. My second shot didn't do anything, but luckily I kept him tracked just long enough that we're going to be able to take him out. So we're 2-2 right now. Our odds have gone up 4%. Not much. So right here, I'm choosing to go for the Stug because it's big DPS, so I track again. My first shots, I typically go for tracks because I want to apply as much pressure, especially when we have an artillery in the form of the Lefe, which is legendary for like just clubbing force. So I do a blind fire right there because I just want to take a chance. And you can't tell right now, but my reload's about 4.7 seconds without using Vince or anything like that. So we're down another player and our chances to drop 3%. So it's not looking good at the start or even now. So the only positive is our last light tank moved out of, spawn point. Or he died. No, he died. That's what happened. Is he probably moved and then just instant suicide. So I'm just chilling here. As you can notice, I just have this building on my right blocking where that KV-1 was initially because I didn't think that KV-1 would be alone. So I have bushes covering my right in case anyone tries to come over the railroad tracks right there. I got a little bit of bushes going in front, but mainly I have this giant cliff behind me that I can retreat behind. As you can tell, I have no camo on here. So my heavies and mediums that went up that hill are dead. I got the VK retreating. I'm wishing him the best of luck. Behind me, I just have an Achilles that will be supporting me, and to my right, I have a TD. So now all the spotting that happens here will be strictly on me. So right here, I'm deciding to knock down this tree. I think I knocked down the tree in front of me because I want to get even more cover. And so I'm moving here, and I'm thinking, you know what? If I'm the one spotting, I need to get the maximum amount of coverage. So that's why I'm knocking down these trees, because knockdown trees give you that extra coverage. Plus I have these buildings, so I'm going to pull forward. I see the Churchill. I'm trying to get a good shot because I don't want to reveal my position for nothing. Even though I aimed in a little bit more, it still didn't do anything. I notice the P43 is coming down. I go for the track. It doesn't work out. So I'm spotted, but I'm willing to take this extra shot. I miss. Well, I crit hit, and because of that, now I'm going to start rocking, keeping this building on my right-hand side so that it's going to block stuff. So I get the kill gets done there. I'm going to keep moving because remember, I'm trying to make sure a lot of stuff can't hit me. The artillery already fired. The Churchill's on my right. I got to pull back, but at this point, I'm thinking if I take a good shot, I can kill him. But someone else on my team gets him, and that's the only reason why I was willing to trade another shot of hit points. So right now, all my building cover on the right-hand side is gone. As you notice, we're down 3 tanks at this point. We're still at 23%. Part of that's because we took out the yellow player on the left-hand side on that P43 that was trying to make that push. Now I'm just relying on bushes and the ability to fall back. I still have the Achilles on my back and the S35 on my back. I'm trying to see if I can get any shots. At this point, I'm looking at the map. I know there's at least 2 tanks on the hill left. So that's why I'm still trying to lock down this position. Because there's that tight medium up top, and there's the potential heavy. Then I know on the railroad tracks, there's the Churchill. So because we're down 3 people, I'm willing to chill here. I spot the Chaffee here, so I'm going to move my tank over here. Once again, trying to line up my shot if I can get a shot. Because I don't want to reveal my position because he's a light tank. And if I fire, because there's no bush to my right where my turret is, it would have revealed me. As it is, you see I get the 1 shot and I'm revealed. I'm going to see if I can get the 2nd shot. I'm going to be blocking the light tank on the top. I'm not too worried about those 2 there because I was angling my armor. As you can see, I just blocked 3 shots in a row because I was angling. So I'm going to pull back because the arty hasn't fired. So I'm going to just doing a little sidestepping, see if I can get a shot on this Churchill. We're still down 3 tanks. So I'm going to see if I can line up a shot. Lined up a shot. It's moving. It's awkward. But I still get that 140 shot off. I'm going to pull back some more. Reload it. I want to track him, but I end up ricocheting because I think on this one I didn't actually aim all the way in. I'm aware that I'm going to be getting shot from the left, but this guy's charging me pretty hard. The Achilles is helping me. My TD got taken out, so I'm going to have to try to make a brazen play here. So I'm starting to load gold ammo because I know at this point, because I'm going for the win, I can't afford to mess up. So the VK on the top of the hill does manage to get a shot on me. Artillery's still alive on their team. I'm switching back to normal ammo. Once again, normally I wouldn't be loading gold, but because the game's so close, I don't want to be bouncing extra shots. That light tank gets taken out by our Leffe, the legendary tier 5 premium arty. So the Achilles looks like he moved up just a little bit. He was at the back of the trail, now he's at the left. So now I see the heavy moving down the line. I know this is key to get this. I bounced the first shot. I reloaded, bounce, no, I actually hit this one. I'm bouncing the light tank up top, pulling back, using my armor up front to keep lining up. Get a couple shots. I switched to gold for that one after that first bounce because if I get this tank, I know it turns the tide. So I fired 2 gold rounds. I'm reloading. Now I gotta pull forward now. I was trying to make it as hard as possible for him to hit me. I switched back to standard rounds because I got him side. The way he's angled right there is it's perfectly fine for me to take my time to get these normal shells because I'll always pin him with the side he's giving. I took a moment to pause here because I just wanted to point out my Achilles is a 1-shot at this point. He was the only one helping me with the exception of Leffe. I do take an extra shot right here. So there's that. He's dead right there. I get the kill. The Leffe would have hit him anyways. Achilles is still at 1 shot. We took out 2 tanks charging on the left-hand side. We took out 2 tanks charging on this right-hand side. So now I'm just struggling to get up because at the same time I don't want to get spotted because I know there's a light tank up here on top of this hill because remember I was blocking the shots up there. So I'm moving up, trying to go through the covers of the bush because these are the trees I knocked down. So I see the Stug. I don't think I can get a shot on him, but I'm going to keep doing what I can. So I get spotted. I know it's probably the light tank up top, not the Stug. So I'm just going to be backing up. I don't want to get hit by the arty, so that's why I go straight down that hill, because the arty's got to be zeroed in on me, because I'm probably the only person that he's been shooting at. If you look at the other side of the map, we got 3 tanks pushing into a Dicker Max. Even though we're up by 1 tank, it's still only a 42% chance that we're going to win. So we ended up taking that Dicker Max out, and now all of a sudden we go up to 59%. And that's because that was their last yellow player in their team. Whereas on our side of the team, all we got is orange and yellow, me being an orange. I'm not doing a very good job, because if you don't know, if you knock down trees or move tanks or anything like that, what ends up happening is artillery can see your position. So we're trading a bunch of tanks right there. So even though we traded a few tanks, our odds go up to 6-7%. I'm going to the edge of the map to keep advancing up and using this cover to go up. The Achilles is also moving up. The guy that's been supporting me, the left is moving up. So right now, if you look at the hit points, we have just barely less than double what they have. At this point, I still have standard ammo because I think all I'm going to run into is the light tank or the medium coming up here. We take out the TD. I'm moving this direction because this is the direction that medium was last seen in. And I think this is around where that light tank's going to be as well that was shooting me. Because you have to kind of be in these forward bushes to be able to get those spots. So right now I'm trying to be very careful going up. I'm trying to angle my armor so even if I'm looking for people on the right, if I get shot from straight ahead, I'll be fine. So at this point, I've taken my time to aim in on this light tank. It's the last tank in the game, so I'm going to make my shots count. I don't want any deflects or anything like that. So do I get the third kill? Yes, I do. I get a hat trick right at the very end. So I took a game that was a 20% chance winning, and it wasn't until like the very end where we even had a positive chance to go ahead and get this total. So if you look, I got 2,400 that we know of, and then 938 spotting and tracking, and I blocked 600 damage. It's about 5 shots that I was able to block. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this out. Since I've never done this, I don't know if it takes me to the very end. It looks like it doesn't. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a question in the comments.